And the stuff that you have is the type of history that no one has ever observed. Pretty much no one. You have.
Well, even the people who collect these artifacts, they have never seen everything put together in galleries like I did.
Right.
This guy owns
all in one place. Right.
Yeah. Here's his gallery. Here's this gallery. And there's a lot of painted stones too. There's only like maybe 10 or 15 actual fake stones that are carved in modern times. But there's a lot of
are they the like the black stones, or are they different?
Mostly the black stones. And
there's so many of these. That's what I'm so curious to know. Like, were they all found in the same place?
Yeah. Yep. But years ago, after we jumped in summer of '94, Burroughs was doing everything he could to belittle us, to insult us. He was telling people I was a canary hound. He's a gun runner. I was a gun runner. I was a drug runner. I was all these things. And he told the people that were buying stones from him, he goes, if you have anything to do with Harry Hubbard and Paul Shafranca, I'm not going to sell you any more stones. And then he started painting them. Well, he started putting the mystic symbol on them. He started adding letters. Once he had seen our Tomb Tape 3 and the Isaac video, and maybe later Tomb Tape 4, he knew that he learned alphabetic characters off of our videos, and then he started scratching those in at the beginning of the line and at the end of the line.
I wanted to ask you about that. Did he even know? Did he have the knowledge to properly fabricate something?
No. He was just inscribing characters that obviously did not match. We can see them coming from across the room, where others were trying to decipher them and using the fake or the tainted lettering to use in their deciphering. All it did was just mess them up.
So basically, he was doing mostly script. He was forging mostly script. Was he doing pictures as well, or mostly script? Is what I'm asking.
Just script. He would taint certain letters. He would only put like maybe 5 or 6 letters or 8 letters on a tablet, on a good tablet. And that's all he had to do to scramble up somebody's, decipherment effort. And we busted him. I mean, we can see him coming from across the room. But the amateurs that have not been affiliated with this or haven't studied Paul and mine's research, they can't tell the difference. So there was a fellow in Evergreen, Colorado. Burroughs sold him 17 stones, I think, for like $350 a piece. And the guy said he couldn't decipher it, that they had to be fake. Well, every stone he had been painted. Every stone he purchased from Burroughs had been painted. And then so he just put them up on eBay. And I told people, hey, can you decipher this? Don't want to because it's been tainted. We told everybody that they were tainted. Burroughs had tainted them. And once a stone is tainted, I mean, it has to go through forensics.
So what do you think? Why would he doing that? If he owned the original,
to scramble up and mix up anybody that was, or to fool Paul and myself, because he knew these people would or in the case like with the mystic symbol or Helios, he would scratch Helios on several stones just because he knew that the buyer would pay more money.
Got you.
Helios.
Got you.
Harry and Paul, they got, they know the motif, and
was he using it?
That's on a lot of stones.
Was he primarily using those black stones?
Yeah.
So it's almost like I'm trying to figure out what was the purpose for those stones. It almost seems like they were like, I don't know, like, you know how people used to have basketball cards, or you know what I mean? Like, what are they? Were they used for something, or are they just little works of art?
Quite possibly could have been used for ballast, and then soaking in the salt water made them, easier to carve. I mean, I did a whole series on snakes on one of my videos. I
much rock would they had to bring over? They brought over rocks. They brought over rocks with pyrite and marble on a ship, apparently.
Yeah, and that there's several snakes that are clearly rattlesnakes, and there's several snakes that are clearly cobras. So it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the snakes that were cobras. I was like, oh, there goes a cobra. They're not here, which I thought was interesting. And then I saw, which I thought was cool, you have these tablets with the angry sun. The sun that's mad, it's like they have the sun and it's got the flames around it, and he's got an angry face. And you know what that reminds me of? Mario Brothers. Mario Brothers. There's a few levels on Mario Brothers where there's an angry sun and he's chasing you. The sun is trying to kill you. And he's got the same face that they have on these ancient tablets. These ancient unknown tablets, by the way. This is secret knowledge of the lesser known. This isn't like the propaganda that you see in like ancient Egypt, which is pretty much, commercialized history, right?
Yeah.
We have an angry somebody in whatever year they decided to do that, made an angry sunshine. And that exact replication made it onto Mario Brothers. I'm going to put a tablet. What I'm going to do on the videos, I'm going to put that tablet beside Mario Brothers, and you're going to see. You're going to see.
There's a lot. Excuse me. There are a lot of angry moons also.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder, because I stopped playing Mario Brothers. I bet you there's an angry moon on Mario 2. Maybe not. I don't know.
And one of your past questions is, as far as favorite artifacts. I love the unbelievable artifacts. It's got a, it's got a lot of naked women. I mean, pretty naked women. And one of my favorites is at the 15-minute mark of unbelievable artifacts. But I show several women that are fine. I mean, they're carved in a black stone, and you can still tell they are very well proportioned. Upper, lower, mid, everything. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
And it's age restricted because at the end of it, it has a male and a female copulating in what we would term today doggy style.
Oh yeah, you were telling me it was almost like you had like the porn tablets. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see these tablets.
Yeah.
And these tablets are basically the same material, the marble and the.
Yeah, the black stone, the Lavanya.
Lavanya, there you go.
Now, if somebody is questioning of how all this stuff, how all these artifacts got over here, they were all brought by Mark Antony and Cleopatra's missing son from history, Alexander Helios. He's missing from history at about the age of 10. And here they wonder, well, what happened to him? What happened to him? And here we have him as a teenager in his early 20s, as an old man. We have his wife, and you got.
So you actually have multiple depictions of Helios through the ages.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he grew up through these tablets.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what we have to document his life, and that's on the black stone and also on some of the gold pieces. So Burroughs wouldn't have known how to do that.
Right.
Burroughs had no clue of what had happened or who was on these stones until he watched our decipherment video. He had no. He could have in the late 80s. There is some folklore here that a guy got caught out there fishing, and that there was a guy said there's evidence that Alexander the Great's been here, and they didn't even know who Alexander the Great was. And it's written about in treasure books from the 60s, the late 60s, the early 70s, and the late 70s.
So do you think that? Okay, so we found these artifacts. Do you think you think it's possible that they're buried in that location?
That what the artifacts are buried here?
Specifically, Alexander Helios.
No, it does not appear that Alexander Helios is buried here.
Gotcha.
He somewhere else. We don't know where he is. It's possible we haven't been in the tomb. So if you know where it's at, we're trying to get somebody to purchase the property.
Right.
And I thought that maybe I've been on the History Channel. I've done several radio interviews in New York, Houston, Atlanta. Always, I was hoping, just keep hoping, that somebody with a chunk of change will come up. Hey man, I'm going to shut that Harry Hubbard. I'm going to shut Paul Shafrock and Harry Hubbard up. I'm going to prove that this is not Alexander the Great's tomb and Cleopatra ain't here. See, that's all in Turkey, Siberia, wherever. Okay, and no one has come. But even so, none of our decipherment, none of our history has been debunked at all. And since day one, when we came up with this, we have never had to go back and say, well, we got that wrong. Oh, we got that wrong. We have done nothing but add to it. I mean, when Paul came into my office with his backpack and he said, hey man, I busted Burroughs' cave. I said, okay, what is it? He said, it's the lost tomb of Alexander the Great, including all the Ptolemies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because I've known him for a couple of years. I knew the guy was brilliant. You know, this guy's got an IQ of 190 plus.
He does seem like a really smart guy when I see him in your videos. I'm like, oh, he seems really smart.
Yeah, he speaks 8 languages fluently. He knows 35 ancient alphabets. I mean, he dreams in Numidian. Okay, I only know like 10. Okay, so I can see his dust, but I'm way behind.
That's crazy. That is.
And so I got all the books out, and we started studying and reading and studying, and he kept making more and more decipherments using his. I mean, if it's a D or an F or an FL on this tablet, it's the same thing on all the others. That's how come we have put out these videos with so many good decipherments on them. S is the end of the word or the end of the sentence. Okay, we put it out to where other people can come up with a Latin or a Romanian or a Greek dictionary, and they can start making their own decipherments, accurate decipherments. It's going to take a lot of time. It's a learning curve, but we left them with enough that they can jump in and make some real good headway. So for 2 weeks we were numb. I mean, we couldn't sleep. We couldn't.
I know. I just can't even imagine. Your jaw just probably dropped to the floor the first time he said it. He's like, you're probably like, nah, you're lying. Well, okay, what is it really?
No. We've known each other. We knew. If Paul tells you a chicken can plow, you better look for the hook. And same thing as my employees knew that if Harry says the chicken can plow, look for the hook. And so everything just came up supporting what his discovery was. Everything. I was making discoveries. He was making more discoveries and doing more decipherments. And these are long decipherments. These decipherments are not